I'm TJ. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, TJ.
Are
Oh,
you in
guests are
Nashville
waiting.
right now?
I am. Oh, these pop-ups. Oh my God. Clear all. There we go. Yes, I'm in Nashville. I got back yesterday, so it feels good to be home. Playing CMA Fest this weekend. So we got
Oh yeah,
rehearsals
that's
all
gonna be
week.
fun.
And then we got 5 shows this whole weekend. So it'll be a little crazy. Parents are coming into town. Whole fam will be here. It'll be good.
Oh yeah, big week for sure.
Big week.
Um, every time I hear any like background noises on Instagram or stories from Nashville, the cicadas are just taking over the world.
Oh my God. Cicadas are, I was at the airport yesterday, dead all over the ground, just everywhere. Everywhere is littered in cicadas and it's disgusting. Ugh. And I'm from California, so like I'm not used to cicadas. So this is like new territory and it's freaking me out.
Oh yeah, we're up in Minnesota, so I don't think we get them quite until July because it's still a little cold here. But
Hmm.
I can't hear anything in the background anytime I watch a story from Nashville. I'm just like, what is it like to be there?
It's insane.
Crazy. Well, congratulations on everything that's happening with you. That's exciting.
Thank you.
It
Appreciate that.
feels like, and it probably doesn't for you, but it just like being an outsider looking in, it feels like it just happened overnight, but it didn't because you've been working in music for a long time.
Yeah, I released my first song when I was 13. I started writing when I was 8. I've just been wanting this. It's the only thing I've ever wanted with my life. And I got really lucky at a young age that I got encouraged by my parents and my community to chase it and really accept that, like, it's gonna happen one day. I don't know how, I don't know where, but it's gonna. And then finally with Austin blowing up has just been so satisfying in a way because,
Yeah.
all those like hometown, you know, the people have been cheering me on since I was so young are just like, wow, she actually did it. That's crazy.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
that. And you started out kind of writing pop music, right? And recording
Hmm.
pop music,
Totally.
and then transitioned into country.
Yeah.
And what was that transition like?
So I always say, like, when you're in your young 20s, like I am right now, you change so much as a person. And the music you release, at least I always want to be the most like genuine, the most genuine music I could possibly make to reflect who I am at the moment. And in late high school, early college, when I was releasing pop music, that's just who I felt like. And had this idea that because I was from California, I had to be making pop music. I had to, fit this certain image for my music to work and blow up. But I realized in the end, when I went back to country about a year and a half ago, I was like, oh, you just have to be the most genuine self of you. And like, I just didn't feel like that pop girly anymore. I was like, I need to go back to making country music because that's like where my songwriting thrives. And first and foremost, I'm a songwriter,
Mhm.
and just when I kind of made that mental, oh, I'm gonna go back to country, everything just clicked. I wrote Austin so fast, wrote the whole album so fast, and the whole team came together, all the visuals came together. It just like was effortless in a way.
That is incredible. And look
Yeah.
at now you have like not only do you have a hit on country radio, but now you have a hit on pop radio, a hit on hot AC radio. Like now you're on all the formats, all the genres, super mainstream songs. So I mean, just going back to your roots is what just made it blow up.
I know. It's so wild seeing like how natural pop radio picked up Austin. Like that is the most beautiful gift ever. Obviously, country is just killing it in radio for me, and I'm so grateful. But it's wild to see all the organic traffic too. It's like, wow, okay,
Mhm.
let's go.
I know. And it blew up on TikTok first, right? So you weren't
Mhm.
even signed to a label. You just put it out on TikTok, had the dance, and just went for it. And what was that process like? Tell me how that all fell into place.
Yeah, I mean, when Austin blew up, I was completely independent, which was the most wonderful leverage, and I could not recommend that more to artists. Like, you gotta
Yeah.
have leverage, you gotta own your stuff, you gotta be in control. But yeah, when I wrote Austin back last May, I just had this gut feeling of like, this is gonna be the song to blow me up. This is the catchiest song I've ever written. It's one of my favorite songs I've ever written. Like, and I had the album done as well because I wrote it super fast, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna put together a new team. I just fired my label, my manager, everything. Ground zero, starting in a new genre. I was terrified. I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna go for it. So I got my new manager, got my like distribution mini label. It was not
Yeah.
Warner at the time. And we put the song out with Austin as like the flagship of like, hey, if we put the song out and push it right before the album comes out, maybe all the songs will like get traction. And so the idea of the line dance came about as like a marketing scheme for sure, but also because I go line dancing in Nashville all the time. I love line
Yeah.
dancing. And when I wrote Austin, I was like, I would love to see this in a honky tonk because it's the same songs and rotations every Friday night. If I can get my song with a line dance to this in honky tonk, game over, everyone's going to
Yeah.
hear it. This is perfect. Well, I was like, well, it's perfect. Let's just put it on TikTok. People will learn it. I'll put the tutorial up there. And then in honky tonks, they'll play it. Well, the trend started, which was even bigger and wilder than I could have ever imagined. And within like 3 days of that, honky tonks were playing it and people reaching out and wanting step sheets. And it's just been wild.
And then you ended up getting signed by a label there in Nashville because of that song.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so
Yeah.
cool. I remember the first time
Thanks.
I heard it, there's a handful of songs that I can remember that are just like impactful, and I can remember a significant time. So the first time I heard it, I was driving and it came on the radio, which is weird because I can say came on the radio, and country radio, and it was raining. And my 7-year-old, she's kind of going through like an anxiety thing because she's like 7 in the world. So
Yeah.
that's like about the time they start to figure out the world kind of sucks sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was raining and I heard the song and I was like, oh my gosh, what I want to do is take her outside. I want to play this song as loud as I can out in our front yard. And I want to dance in the rain. I want to jump in puddles. I want to dance in the rain. I want to film it. I want her to just like let go and sing this song and jump around and dance. I have goosebumps, like just even talking about it.
Oh my God, I'm tearing up. That is so sweet.
It didn't continue raining after I picked her up from school, but it's like something that's still stuck in my head that anytime that we're at home and it's raining, I want to take her outside and I want to turn that song up as loud as I can. And that's what we're going to do. And we're just going to, and I hope that that's just something, music does that for her, can, make her feel better in any situation. And I was like, that song is the song that we're going to dance to in the rain.
Oh my God. I can't tell you how happy that makes me. That is the best feeling in the whole world. Wow. I know there's something so like when a song hits you like that song is so freeing because I was so angry when I wrote it, but it's masked in this like upbeat, dancey boot clappiness. But I think it's kind of perfect that it's disguised because when you're feeling such, anxiety and feeling so deeply about things, you don't really want to like think about that. You just want to get it out somehow. And so,
Right.
I love that. You got to dance it out.
Yeah. Is it a true story? Like exactly a true story?
Not exactly. I was seeing this guy in Nashville and I was in LA and it was like this whole just messed up. It was like my first time where I was like learning a lot about myself and relationships and like, oh, this is what they talk about when they're like, you're going to get scolded by one time, And so I was going through the breakup of that. And I was just so mad. I just felt so betrayed and angry, but I'd written so many sad songs about it that I was like, I can't write another sad song. Like, I'm just pissed at this point. And so that's when we wrote Austin because I just needed to get it out in a different way. And so that's why I love how upbeat and like happy at first it seems because it just has so much energy to it because I was so mad. I had to get it out somehow.
Yeah. It just sounds so badass. Like it sounds like fine. I'll see you. Bye.
Fine.
The confidence
Peace
in
out.
it is like, yeah, like I'm gonna go live my best life.
Exactly. It's the confidence in it. I think it was like kind of fake it till you make it confidence in a way because I felt so drained without him, which is so sad to even say. But I was just like, you know what? I'm going to convince myself that I'm good and I'm moving and I'm chilling. I'm leaving you drunk, washed up. Peace out, Well,
I love it. I love it. Congratulations. I'm happy for you and everything that's happening. It's blowing up all formats, all genres. So, I mean, what a fantastic song that you have. Enjoy CMA Fest. That's an incredible week. I've got to be there myself a few times. So it's quite the whirlwind. Enjoy it. Yeah, definitely take in everything that happens and enjoy every second of it.
I will. Thank you so much. Appreciate you talking.
Hopefully we see you in Minnesota soon.
Yes, I would love that.